Hi everyone, welcome back to Form of Therapy. This is the Culture Study where we check out K-pop music videos and I give you my honest thoughts and reactions as both a K-pop fan, a video producer, and a Korean American. My name is PD, it's nice to meet you, and today we are going to be reacting to Twice's Set Me Free. This is their most recent title track comeback coming off their 12th mini album, and I'm super stoked. After Moonlight Sunrise, that song is so addicting, so catchy, but at the same time, I'm so hyped for like every Twice release now, because for a while, I think for me it's been since Scientist, but their ability to improve even this far into their career is insane, but also how they are handling the transition into this new phase of their career is really, really fun to watch as well. Like the music is phenomenal and Nayeon solo was incredible. So yeah, I'm very excited going into this. Before we get into the video though, some real quick bookkeeping. If you enjoy our content and you kind of want to see me do more, if you have always been curious as to what more I can do, well, I'm trying to move out here to Korea. I get offered like different opportunities once in a while here and there, and I can never take anyone up on them because I don't live here. And so I'm just taking the plunge and I'm trying to move out here. I'm literally in Seoul right now, scouting to see where I want to kind of make my home base. And, you know, it's not easy and cheap to move to another country and kind of uproot your life. So any support would be appreciated. If you want to support us monetarily, you can join us over on our Patreon, but you don't have to support us monetarily. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't. I'm gonna come to Korea regardless of whether people join the Patreon or not. I'm gonna do everything in my power to get out here because I love reacting. Something I figured out over the past year, because it's really difficult to know whether you love reacting or not when it's your job, and it becomes your job. For the past 8 years, it's been my job, and it's been, you know, my livelihood now for like 5 years. And there's a lot of pressure to that, but I had to just kind of step away for a few months and really ask myself, how do I feel about reacting? And I love this shit. So even if you guys don't support me monetarily on Patreon, that's completely okay. I want to do reactions forever. I want to put them on YouTube. I want to make them for free. And I want to come to Korea to put myself in a position of power so that I don't have to rely on your guys' donations or Patreon anymore. I can just do reactions in my free time just for free. And you guys get all of this and maybe even more while I can still support myself. So that's sort of the plan. So, you know, don't feel pressured. I know some people either don't want to or just can't. I understand. Let's just get into the video. So yeah, guys, thank you for always supporting the channel. Thank you for tuning into this video. Let's get into the reaction. This is Set Me Free by Twice, and this is your form of therapy. Once through the ears, once through the eyes. 1 in a million. Oh, that's cool. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, hey, this bass. Oh, chill. Oh, that haircut, this look is awesome. Oh my. Mina, she's moving. Whoa. Oh, this is a very Twice song. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, that is beautiful. I have always wanted to see a scene like that in a Twice music video so badly.
완벽한 fantasy
it looks gorgeous. Oh, is that Chungyeon? Oh yeah! Chungyeon sounds amazing on this. Oh my god. Oh, the Chungyeon to Nayeon pass. Oh. That was an awesome transition. Oh my god. Oh my god. Chaeyoung, what the? Also, was that the first time Chaeyoung was singing?
I'm gonna tell you straight, no matter what they say. 두 점을 잇는 line, 안 끊겨 all my life. 부딪히고 넘어져도 이렇게 날지 눈이 맞닿아 make me feel special. 너로 인해 완전한 나로 completed 이 말 믿어도 돼 cause this is official.
Whoa. I'm gonna be honest, that threw me off. I was... What? No. Okay. I just noticed Mina's outfit. Wow, that caught me off guard, I'll be honest. This music video caught me off guard many times. Unlike Moonlight Sunrise, it wasn't like I was caught off by, like the sexy concept they were doing. I was more so caught off by how intense and badass they were. Down to the scenes of like Nayeon in like the alleyway of like she's like the walls are closing in on her and you know she's feeling trapped and stuff. Or like Jio with the black hair and the highlights, or not the highlights, and the motorcycle jacket. Oh my god! And the choreo with the handcuffs and like just biting it, like trying to like bite yourself free. So much about this is it feels brand new. And of course, at the same time, it feels so very classic Twice. It's one of those songs, you know, they always strive in that disco pop fun sounds, but, you know, throwing in that bass, like that whole intro opening even, and even the pre-chorus, that no, all of that just makes it way more dynamic than other previous Twice title tracks that are like perhaps this sound. Like I think the most Twice classic part about it is that chorus, but that pre-chorus is really interesting, the way they slow it down and they go no, that's, it makes you think it's gonna go somewhere else, but then when those drums kick in, it's just suddenly so, what, we're going into this. It's so much fun. Let's just watch it again. I processed like very little. I processed very little because so much of it became so shocking.
모든 걸 잃어버린데도 상관없어. 지금 이 감정이 순간이라 해도 이제는 더 이상 내 맘 숨기긴 싫어. 네 눈빛이 날 자유롭게 만들잖아.
Ooh.
No.
Hold on. Are those strings? Is that what that pre-chorus is? Hold on.
네 눈빛이 날 자유롭게 만들잖아. No. 의식하지 말고 날 안아줘도 난 잃을 것도 숨길.
Yeah, the disco part. Oh, that's crazy. So like they use those synths, but the synths keep going, and then somehow like they bring in these strings or transitions into the strings. I can't tell. I can't hear that well, but that's really cool. Oh my god. That's why I love this pre-chorus. And then the fucking drums come in. I love these drums too. Ooh. Oh, I love the attack on the drums. This is a pretty interesting scene. I feel like we haven't seen Twice do too many scenes like this. I don't know. It feels very unfamiliar to see Nayeon in like a suit, like with her sleeves rolled up, and she's like, oh, I gotta get out. Like, I feel like Twice with their title tracks have built up such a bright reputation that this is like this is as dark as they've gone. Maybe like it. Like, obviously they've done darker songs, even like Cry For Me. If that was a title track, would have definitely been a much darker concept than this. And I think Can't Stop Me is also a pretty, like, that's not like dark in and of itself, but like still, this is like, oh wow, they're doing this concept. It feels so vaguely familiar, but they never quite did it like this yet. The way they have found to constantly touch on familiar themes, but evolve and naturally evolve and make the transition feel like, oh, we're like growing with them. It's never like immensely shocking. And then suddenly a few comebacks later, like, how did we get here? Like, Twice does one of the best, I think, like marketing transitions of their eras. It's awesome. Oh, that transition too is the swipe and then the door opening. I like that most of these transitions are also they're like in camera, or they're more like realistic transitions. They haven't done anything like crazy yet. So that's cool. I love this. Okay, that choreo is just cool in general, but the way they cut to the monitoring is awesome. And then right here, Gio, look at her. The way, and she slowly comes down. I want to compliment Gio's acting. Like, the way this is Momo's scene, but I say this as a director, like, your supporting cast is just as important as your main cast. And Gio, the way she is selling that is just so dope. But Momo, my goodness, her voice. What is that move? What is that? What is that move? Hold on. Hold on. What? Oh, I wonder if they're like throwing away the handcuffs. I think that's what they're doing. They're throwing away the handcuffs, and then they're like this is kind of like them like freeing themselves, like freeing themselves either of their shackles, or it's like them flying away, whatever. But it's signifying the freedom part. That's so. The way Momo like dances that part compared to the other members, you can like, wow, she does it so elegantly, but also she adds a sort of I think this concept, like choreography wise, is the best for Momo. She adds an intensity of like, wow, I feel like she really, really feels trapped. Like, she needs to get out, and dance is the only way she can like let loose. Okay, so 2 things. If you have been following my Once journey for the past year, past year, Chewy is like one of, if not my new favorite member. She has been for like a year. And my favorite thing is I love her voice. I love her voice. I love her vocals. I think like a year and a half ago, my patrons suggested like a random Taylor Swift cover that Twice did, specifically Chewy did. And I was like, whoa, wait, what? Chewy can sing like this? And then quite literally, JYP just started pushing stuff, and either they started like making Chewy like sing like that of what I saw in that video, and I was like, oh my god, I've been waiting for this my entire life, or I just never quite noticed Chewy's vocals, and that would be obviously my fault. But regardless, I love her voice. She has one of my favorite voices now in Twice. You know, her, Mina, Jonghyun are some of my favorite voices. But she sounds so amazing here. Like, everyone sounds amazing on this song, but as a Chewy fan, this is so satisfying. This is so gratifying. And even the scene of her like with all these strings. I've always wanted to see a scene like this in both the Twice music video, but also just the fact that it's Chewy, I think is like it's an extra thumbs up for me, because the red strings, I'm sure many of you are aware, but if you're not, they signify, or they symbolize the red strings of fate in a lot of, I think, Asian mythology. And quite literally where they're saying, you know, set me free. So she's saying like, oh, usually it's like one string, but like maybe she's saying like I have all, I have like all these possible destinies or fates that I could go, but I'm burning them all. Or maybe even the way she says, I want all eyes on me. Maybe it's like, these are all the possible destinies that she could have because of all the eyes that are on her. But even though she wants all the eyes on her, doesn't matter. Burns them all away. Woo. Yeah, like I think you could symbolize that as she's saying like, all these other people are looking at me. And so these are all the other possible like routes and like other possible destinies I have, but come and set me free. Come burn all these other possible futures. Ooh, wow. I love that. Oh, that's cool. That dance was cool. Oh, wow. This is one of my favorite like Twice choreos too. It's really, really engaging. One of the most engaging. And Twice always has good choreo, but man. I appreciate like, I feel like other music videos might have cut right there. They're trying to keep a lot of this to be like practical transitions. So Taeyeon coming in like that, and then now she's gonna walk out the door. Like, I appreciate that they keep trying to, there's a mental follow through with how they're handling their transitions. It's not just all like this or this. Yeah, as a Chonghyun fan, I love her voice on this, especially with like that disco like robotic filter that they're putting on all the Twice members. Chonghyun sounds really, really good with that. Ooh. Nayeon too. Her vocals are, oh my god. Okay, that is insane. That was insane. It's so, again, it's so simple. All that's being done is, here's a cut. She bites, and then all she does is bite, and then the camera starts pulling back. But the way that Sana comes in, her arm comes in first, and then the way she like grooves in like this, that move is cool. Like the shoulder thrust is so cool. Okay. Quick question. Is this the first time Chaeyeon like is singing or rapping on this song just in general? Like, I'm trying to think back. Like, I saw her throughout the video dancing, but I don't recall her yeah, I think this is her first part. Wow. She, in just a short part, was so fucking memorable. Like, Chaeyoung is, wow. Like, her charisma, like, how it's out of this world lately. But also, what is going on with Chaeyoung and having like some of the best hairstyles in Twice, being like the go-to best hairstyle, like the representative in Twice for like the past however many comebacks. Dude, she has been knocking it out of the park, and this hair is no exception. Interesting. That's like the one non-physical in-camera transition they do. They don't try to do a lot of like these, a lot of like the keying out stuff like that. That was cool, and I love how they did it too. It wasn't just a simple one. The way they like brought in one by one, that was cool. And then they go into the sky. That was well directed too. The way they go into the sky, and then that thing coming down as Taeyeon is coming in. One, that's just like a good visual cue, just in general. And it looks like something fell from the sky too. Oh my god, this Momo part, what the heck? Wow, it's so like, especially with that, especially with like the instrumental, this bridge is so epic. Even from the way they like edit in like Chaeyoung running on Momo's eyes, and then cutting to Chaeyoung like dancing and rapping, and then cutting to Chaeyoung actually doing this running. It's like really, really, really like it suddenly stopped being a music video for a moment. Like they really caught me off guard. They really caught me off guard with this whole ending credit scene right here. They had me for a second. Okay, I have one critique. I have one critique about this video. I have one critique. Okay. So in the bridge section, there was this explosion where the theater explodes. Right here, where the theater explodes, and then the girls are running, and there's all these fireworks behind them. Oh, it's like the great big freeing scene, and then you suddenly cut back to here, and you're like, what? I feel like it killed the momentum of the video, like just a little bit. It doesn't ruin the video outright, but it is supposed to be the big splashy finale, and where's the splash? It's not to say this is a bad outro ending. It's just that, and this is, I'm gonna put my director hat on real quick. The way they were building and escalating the video, this is not the ending that was basically promised, like with how the video was going. And so it kind of under delivers right there. And I mean, I think the song's great, but I think regardless, the video, like the thing exploded. And continuity aside, because it's a music video, no one really cares about continuity errors and stuff like that. So you don't need to like make it look like the set actually exploded or whatever. But visually, it's just like, oh, it's all big and stuff. And there's no remnants. There's not, come on, like little flickers of fire here and there. Like, make it just look a little bit more like something happened. Or I was thinking like if even they continually had like the fireworks going off in the background, maybe in the sky or something, anything. I just think that they're missing like an additional dynamic element that they introduced in the previous shot with the explosion and the fireworks and stuff like that. I think you could argue that maybe the backlights are supposed to fill in for that, but I don't think so. I think perhaps that's what they were trying to do, but what I'm saying is it did not accomplish that job because if you look, just like it's random, it's sparse here and there. The lights don't add anything to this video basically until Mina's part, this part right here. That's the only part. It's like, it looked like the lighting, unless it was like a wide shot, just was random. Yeah, when they're in a line. Okay, no, there is more of a pattern to it, but it just doesn't fill up the space enough. Yeah, this is a pattern right here, this is a pattern right here, but they're not also moving at like the exact same time intervals, which, you know, this isn't like dancers. You can spot like lighting that's off time way easier than you can like spotting dancers off time. So I actually think they should have put more shit in this scene to cover that up. And I think that's literally my only critique is they kind of needed more shit at the end. Chewie looks beautiful here. I'm not complaining about that. But they once again introduced the fire scene again in the same video. Even like the close-up of Mina with like the sparklers. I'm saying this part, this, if they had kept it like to this length, I think throughout this final outro, this much light in the background around them, this would have been dynamic enough. But they saved this quite literally for the last shot. I understand why they did that, but I do think that the final outro does sort of misstep a little because of it. By the way, Mina's outfit is just, oof, my God, it's knockout. All right, so Twice has Set Me Free. Song, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. The reason why I have to give the song a 9 out of 10 is it's amazing, but I like Moonlight Sunrise better. I would say Moonlight Sunrise and Talk That Talk are more like 11 out of 10s. I think they're like career best for Twice. The video, though, I have to give the video like a 8.5 out of 10. 8.5. That's a surprisingly lower score than I was hoping to give it, but on a second rewatch through, I noticed that there was just not a lot going on in this video. It's actually a really, really simple video. I was like, whoa, it's not a bad video. I was just like, this is like, they do a lot of cool things. And like the whole like Jihyo and like Momo and like this scene, like that's really cool. But certain things like Mina's thing, it's like I don't know. It's just, we could have done more. Like, I know you're trying to go for like the minimalist sort of like, but this whole video, a lot of it just feels empty, and not because like it was a minimalistic choice. Like Talk That Talk had that choice. They usually go bigger for Twice videos. I think that's what it is. I think they usually go bigger. It's not a bad thing. It's just just very objective look at the video. But it did accomplish. You know what? I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 though, because it did give me some scenes that I have personally been wanting to see from Twice, like that whole red string thing with like thing burning. Like I've been wanting to like that whole like set me free, like a very agency owning moment. Like I've been wanting to see something like that. The whole Geo concept with the motorcycle jacket and Momo in the motorcycle jacket and the dancing and stuff like that. I think overall, it's gonna sit somewhere between like an 8.5 and a 9. I'm not quite sure where I land on that, but. All right, guys, that is it for my reaction review to Twice's Set Me Free. Hope you guys enjoyed that reaction review. Let me know what you guys thought about Set Me Free. I'm surprised that I love this song, but objectively, I just keep thinking, ooh, the video. I love the song, but the video is lacking a little bit for me. Let me know your thoughts on it. Of course, hey, I'm wrong all the time, but you got to be wrong all the time to be right sometimes. So I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know what you guys think about my thoughts on the video. Would love to see the discussion. Of course, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you want to support the channel, as I said, you can visit our Patreon. After listening to Set Me Free and, Moonlight Sunrise is on the album, I am definitely going to be doing a listening party for this. As I said, not quite sure if it's this month or next month. This month, I do have our Twice New Year 2023 reactions. But if you want to wait till next month, save a little money, I encourage you to do that. But if you want to support the channel for free, remember, you can always just like our videos down below. It would help us out a lot. Remember, you can subscribe. If you subscribe, I will love you forever. And watch our other videos over here, and we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you. Bye.